16, and this is the reverse grid race around Albert Park in honour of the Australian Grand Prix this weekend. And we are going to be watching this reverse grid race with the Lamborghini Lamborghini de Corsa on pole position from Nether, and we've got all 5 lights and they're about to get going. A good start from Pablo in the lead. Looks like he'll take first place into the first corner as all the cars fan out, jostling for position behind. We've got Bagsy off the track just behind. He takes to the grass. What position will he rejoin in? Just behind Nether in third place. It looks like we've Stairs has made up a few positions, and so has James by the looks of it, as we have a little bit of a look there with Bagsy. And James has gone all the way around outside up into 4th place. Bagsy's actually dropped down into 5th, with Bang up to 3rd place, and Linus Stern to the championship leader, Stairs and Bagsy. Xeris trying to make up positions early on the start there. And here is the battle for the lead. This is Nether and Pablo approaching the chicane on lap 1. Car 93, they already have a significant gap over 3rd place with Bang, and the rest of the field hunting down James. And they're side by side. The Lamborghini of Pablo has gone for the inside to take the defensive route, forcing Nether to go for the switchback. He looks like in a good position. We've had Bang just off the track behind. He's going to rejoin probably in about 6th or 7th place. And the Lamborghini goes off the track and will rejoin way back down in 6th, 7th place as the field streams past. He's letting them by. Just ahead of Bang, who's also had an adventure early on in the race, which means that our race leader is now Nether. Up ahead we've got Stairs looking like to overtake Bagsy, and Xeris is there looking to capitalise as well, but looks like the straight line speed of that GT3 Nissan Motorsport is forcing Stairs to have to slot back in behind. Capitalise. So So James in 2nd place, being back through the order. We've in 6th, behind him in 7th, head of Roadhog in 8th. Pablo has exited the race. Nether with a decent advantage over the 2nd place man, James Donovan. And the battle for the final spot on the podium rages on, with Xeris very, very close coming out of turn 12 to the back of Stairs in the Ford GT bright green car. Xeris with a very good exit out of the final corner, much better than Stairs. Stairs is going to lose out here. There's side and will move up in place behind Bagsy. No, he doesn't. He'll pull back out of it. Playing the long game in this race, it has to be. And the trio on lap number 5. Sorry, lap number 3. This will be an 8-lap race, so there's 5 to go after this one. And the leading group now, it looks like they're all closing up. This is the closest battle on track, but Nether and James are being hunted down by this group of cars, even though they're fighting amongst themselves. And Stairs trying to pull out of the slipstream to get ahead before turn 11, but he's not able to do so. Slots back in behind. And that Nissan just gets off turn 12 too well for Stairs to be able to do anything about it. The gap is at its biggest around this part of the track, and Xeris just having a little bit of a look, slots back in behind. As the battle for the lead is very close. James probably about as close as he's been throughout the race. Nether yet to win a race in this particular season. The Renault he's driving, RS01, is particularly down on power, but he has pulled out through the last corner and will not be under threat, as Bagsy will also be under threat, because we've got Stairs and Xeris side by side. Xeris this time will surely have the advantage into turn 1, and he makes the place up into 4th place on lap 6. And Bagsy's very, very close to the back of James. He's closed up quite a lot. Could soon be a group of 6 cars, as we've got Goofy closing up behind Stairs as well in this leading peloton of cars. Nether hasn't made a mistake in this race so far, but his advantage that he had at the start is definitely nowhere near as comfortable. As we just seen, James off the track gets passed both by Bagsy and Xeris. Stairs unable to get through before they approach. Oh, he's having a go. Had a bit of a look, but I think he's had to pull out of that one. And Stairs held up behind the recovering James, as Bagsy closes in behind Nether, and Xeris, ever the opportunist, looking to capitalise on any mistake between the leading duo. And Bagsy having a little bit of a look at Nether. He's not got enough of his car alongside, and that might have put him out of position enough for Xeris to have a look down at turn 3. He's making his car as wide as he possibly can. Definitely will want to make Xeris go around the outside of turn 3, and that is exactly what he does, taking the defensive route. And it looks like Stairs has got himself past James. He has indeed, and he's now back on to the tail of Xeris. And Bagsy in 2nd and 3rd place. Now, with a little bit of daylight, as we see Stairs try and make a pass on Xeris, but he had to pull back out of it, and he's actually dropped quite a significant number of car lengths behind, as so has Xeris behind Bagsy. He's just dropped a few car lengths. The power that Nissan has on the straight seems to pull away around this section of the circuit, and he's just gone off at turn 12, and that will affect his exit speed. Will Xeris be able to get the momentum to make the pass down into turn 13? Not quite. But Xeris just impatiently trying to get past, as Bagsy's just made a couple of errors in the last lap. Here we are, he's very close behind now. Will he be able to pull out of that slipstream? Does the AMG have enough speed to get past his side by side? Will he be able to make the corner there side by side through into turn 1? There's contact. Stairs is licking his lips thinking he might be able to get the pass done into turn 3 with the lack of momentum off turn 1 that Xeris has, but he's nowhere to go. And he's forced to slot back in behind. As we're on lap 6 now. After this one, 2 laps more. Bit of a slide there from Banksy, doing his best to keep this snapping pack of wolves behind him, while also trying to challenge Nether for the win. It's an impossible task. We've seen at the back of this group goofball antics, having a bit of a look at James. James just dropping off slightly after his mistake earlier on, and Bagsy looking about as close to the back of Nether as he has throughout the race. Nether absolutely shitting his pants at this point, but Xeris is alongside, looking to go for the outside around Bagsy, but there's no way through. They're basically bump drafting each other. Xeris looking like he might go down the inside, but he's thought better of that one. And Nether's made possibly his first mistake of the race, just going off slightly onto the grass. But gains a few car lengths with this trio of cars behind, just bumping and jostling for position. Another little look to try and maybe distract Nether from Bagsy, but it may have caused that small lock-up we just saw Nether make into turn 1, but nevertheless he's still ahead. But they're about as close as they've ever been. The cars fan out, trying to find the best position into turn 3. And there's contact of all sorts. We didn't quite see it from that angle. I'm just going to go back for a replay, see if perhaps we can see Stairs going down the inside of Xeris, but there was a little bit of contact with Bagsy, which caused Stairs' momentum to lapse, and they're side by side, Xeris and Stairs, throughout the next sequence of corners. Stairs might have the inside of the next corner, but Xeris sweeps through ahead, and Stairs having to defend a bit from James. Xeris looks like he's on the inside of Bagsy again this time, and there's contact as they go through the chicane. A little bit difficult to see whose fault that was. Did Xeris have enough of his car alongside? And did Bagsy turn in on him? Did he have the right to take the corner? Leave you all to make your own decisions about that one. Goofy looking racy behind James as well, definitely giving the Viper something to think about, as he has a leery moment out of that corner. These three cars joined together. As they have been for the last several laps. Xeris ducking out to have a look, but does nothing for him. Stairs as close as he's ever been coming out of turn 1. Will he be able to have a look down into turn 3 this time? Like he did on the last lap, he'll be desperate to try and make it past. The cars fan out 3 wide into turn 3, and that doesn't go. Xeris sandwiched in between the two cars. And now he's a side-by-side with Bagsy, and Stairs looking to go around the outside as they go through. Not going to be all of this heavily advantageous to Nether, who's kept a cool head in amongst all of this bickering for the second position on the podium. This is the final lap of the race. Nether with a huge gap now. But Xeris with a bit of a break on Bagsy. If he doesn't have to think about Bagsy, he may well be able to close that gap. Closing heavily through this section of the corner, out of turn 12. Nether, in fact, having to go defensive. Simply trying not to make a mistake, but he's having to take a compromised line through each of these corners. Nether has just one corner to go though. Has to beat Xeris to the line. His car is down on power, and Xeris is going to come up alongside, but it is Nether by the barest of margins who takes the win by 0.040 of a second. Let's just have a look at it on the line there. That is about as close a race finish as you will ever see. We go on board with the Mercedes of Xeris. He was several car lengths behind coming out of the final corner, but the straight line speed advantage of that Mercedes is clear to see. One more lap, one more 100 meters, one more straight, and Xeris would have been the winner. But it's Nether who takes home the chocolates. And a gaggle of cars behind.